a successful psychologist who seems to have all the career, respect of colleagues, and a stable life. However, this outer shell hides deep emotional wounds. The tragic death of his patient becomes for Bill not just a shock, but a real catastrophic event. He feels guilty for not being able to help her, and this guilt exacerbates his own inner demons. After this event, Bill decides to leave New York and goes to Los Angeles to his friend and colleague in the profession. He hopes that a change of scenery will help him cope with depression and restore his mental balance. However, his friend is a psychotherapist who leads a group of patients with serious mental disorders. Bill finds himself in a situation where he not only needs to cope with his own problems, but also to help others. Each of the patients in the group is a unique individual with their own problems and traumas. One suffers from paranoia and constant fear of being stalked, another from severe depression and constant suicidal thoughts. In these sessions, Bill begins to see a reflection of his own fears and experiences. He tries to help his patients make sense of their inner world, but also realizes that he himself is not yet ready to do so. Laura, a mysterious woman with a dark past, stands out among the patients. She attracts Bill's attention with her beauty and depth of feelings. Their relationship begins to develop against a background of shared grief and fear. Laura becomes for Bill not only an object of romantic attraction, but also a symbol of hope for recovery. However, he soon realizes that Laura is hiding many secrets. She manipulates those around her to achieve her goals, and this causes Bill internal conflict. He wants to trust her, but his instincts tell him to be careful. In parallel with the development of his relationship with Laura, tragedy strikes when Bill is called to the scene of a crime and his friend dies in his home under mysterious circumstances. This event is a shocking blow to him, and he begins to realize the seriousness of the situation. The police begin to investigate, and Bill finds himself in the center of attention of law enforcement. They begin to suspect him as a potential witness or even a suspect. During the investigation, Bill begins to actively work with a group of patients. He tries to figure out which of them might have been involved in the crime. Each session becomes more and more tense. Patients begin to open up to him, sharing their fears and experiences. But along with this, new questions arise. Who among them is capable of violence? Who can hide their true intentions? Bill faces an adversary whose intentions become clear. This character is a real threat, and their meeting leads to a decisive confrontation. Bill realizes that he cannot rely on his knowledge and skills alone to get out of this situation. The dynamic between Bill and his patient becomes critical. He must decide if he can trust her or if she is part of a larger conspiracy. Bill begins to have doubts and fears that his own feelings may be the cause of his downfall. Bill finds himself in a dangerous situation where he must act quickly to save himself and those he loves. As a result of his decisions, he faces the consequences of his actions and experiences an internal struggle as he realizes that his choices could change his life forever. After a tense denouement, Bill finds the inner strength to deal with the consequences of his choices. He accepts that everyone has secrets, and sometimes it is important to let go of those things that cannot be changed. He begins to rethink his methods and approaches in psychotherapy, realizing that not everything can be controlled. The end of the movie leaves the viewer with a sense of uncertainty and brooding. Bill leaves the world he has been in for a long time and moves on to a new beginning, enriched by experience and the realization that life is full of unexpected twists and turns. He decides that he must be prepared for everything that life has to offer, and embraces this new reality with an open heart.